Hey, welcome back to another exciting demo. And I mean, I know I say that a lot, but man, this sure is exciting what we're looking at today because we are going to, we're going to look back at the if function, right, that we learned clear back in the first couple weeks of this course. And we learned that about the if function, and we've used it a bunch since then. And so we're going to review the if function real quickly, and then we're going to build on that. And we're going to expand on the capabilities of that if function by really honing in on what makes the if function tick, right? That logical test where we ask things if they're true or false. And we're going to expand on that a bunch, looking at ways that we can do that to make this if function truly powerful in a modeling tool. All right, and so, hey, when we first learned about the if function, we did it right here, right? We came in and we wrote an if function to figure out if we were going to get a sales bonus, right? If this amount here was above the sales hurdle, then we got the bonus amount. And we wrote that as if this is greater than that, then give me this, and if not, give me this, right? So there was our if function, and of course we got back to 500 because this was indeed greater than this one. Then we came over here and we did the same thing. We came in and we said, hey, is this 152 equal to the same 152? Because if so, we wanted back some text. And we remembered that if we were going to have text, we needed inside of quotation marks. And so if they were the same, we'd get the word balanced. And if they weren't the same, we'd get the words not balanced back. Right? So we're now going to expand on that because what we had here is we only got to have one logical test. Are you greater than that? Or over here, right? Are you the same as this? So one logical test. What if we want more logical tests? Well, then we have our great logical functions and, or. And so in this case, what we're going to do is we're going to say, hey, we have more criteria than just one thing, right? The sales bonus, right? So the sales hurdle. We're saying that, hey, yep, 65,000, are you greater than 50,000, right? Because that's our bonus hurdle there that we have to get over, just like we did before. But in this case, we're also going to say that you need to have less than the amount of sick days, right? So less than the amount of sick days in order to get that. So this is and criteria. Both things need to be true, right? So 65,000 has to be greater than 50,000, and sick days down here, 3, needs to be less than the max sick days, 3 there. And so that's what we're going to do. We have 2 criteria now, and they both need to be true. So that's going to be an and function, right? So we're going to use the and function there. And then what we'll do is we'll do one logical test, and then we'll do a comma and another logical test. So here we go. I'm going to say, hey, are you greater than the sales bonus hurdle up here? Okay. And we know that's true, right? Then we'll go comma. Are you sick days down here is 3 less than 3? And we know that one's going to be false, right? And so we're going to expect this to come back as what? False. Because we got one thing that's true and one thing that's false. And we can see this working if we come over into the formula evaluator. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and click Control Enter there. See that as false, and then I'm going to go up here and I'm going to go formula evaluator right here, and this box will pop up, and we can see this. We can evaluate the first one. We can say, hey, is 65,000 greater than 50,000? True. Is 3 less than 3? Well, no, that's false. And so then the and needs both things to be true in order for that to be true. So because one of them is false, we'll get false, right? And so that's the way that one works. So if we change this one here, our number of sick days, into a 2, we will get true there, right? So now we've got our logical statement right there, right? Now we want to use an if function down here to make this work. So we'll go equals if, and the first thing it wants is a logical test. Well, we just wrote the logical test up here. No sense rewriting that. I'm going to go escape, come up and open this up into edit mode, and I'm just going to go ahead and copy that to my clipboard. So I'll just go ahead and go Control C to copy that to my clipboard and escape to get back out of that. And then I'm going to say equals if, and I'll just go ahead and paste that right into there. So if this thing is true, we know it is because it says true right up there. If it's true, then give me the bonus hurdle of 500 up here. If not, give me 0. And close those parentheses, Control Enter to make that work. Sure enough, we're getting that back. And so if both of these things are true, we get our 500 bucks. If one of these things is not true, is false, this becomes false, we get 0. I'm going to change that back to 2. This one will work also. We change this maybe to 45,000, right? 45,000 is less than 50,000, so it's false and it's 0. Both of these things need to be true in order for this to be true, in order for us to get this one back. Right? So that's the AND function, where both things need to be true for it to be true. We can do the same thing with the OR function, very closely related. Now, for the OR function, if any one of the things is true, the OR will come back as true. And so this company has a different policy. They'll give you a bonus of $500 if your sales are greater than the bonus hurdle, or if your sick days are just less than the max 6 days. So they'll give you it if you do either of these things, right? So now we'll do the OR function. We'll go equals OR, and the first test is going to be, are the sales greater than the bonus hurdle, comma, or are the sick days less than the max sick days allowed? And there we go. We'll close that thing up, Control Enter, and we see this is true. 45,000 is less than 50,000, so that one's false, but 2 is less than 3, that one's true. All we need is one of these things to be true for it to be true. And let's look at that in Formula Evaluator one more time. Evaluate formula. And what do we have here? Well, we have, is 45,000 greater than 50,000? Nope, that's false. But is 2 less than 3? Well, yeah, that's true. We only need one true for the OR to be true, so it comes back as true. Right? So now let's do the same thing for our if function. I'm going to go ahead and copy this to my clipboard. Control C to copy, escape to exit that. Come in for this bonus, equals if function, logical test. I have a logical test on my clipboard, so Control V to paste that in. Then comma, and if this is true, I want my bonus hurdle. If it's false, then I want 0. Close that up, Control Enter, and it looks like it's working beautifully. This is less than that one, but that one's less than that one. If this one became greater than, boom, they would both be false, and that would be 0.